Alright guys, today we have two brand new test arrows, exactly same build, only difference is the FOC. And we have a new to the Broadhead test series, we got the Afflictor. This is the hybrid mini. I may hunt with this Broadhead this year. We're going to shoot it in gel. We got the lab radar out so we know the speeds. We'll see what the difference is between this high FOC and regular FOC arrow. Now it may be different in gel, but we still want to test it, so stay tuned. What's up guys, Jake Sleesman, Blue Collar Outdoors, and today we have this beast right here. Now you guys know the Afflictor broadheads have been lethal in our testing. Moose actually killed a stud buck last year. You had the K2 fixed, correct?
Yeah. With
the K2 fixed, this one right here, this is the, fixed plus mechanical equals hybrid. It's a true hybrid. This is a 125 grain broadhead. Now, I believe it's inch and a half cut. The drive key that actually deploys the blades adds as a 1/2 inch bleeder blade. And just reading the back, there's always a bunch with Afflictors. These designs are insane. They're so powerful, it's crazy. But you got 100% true angle blades, always in cut position, tested and proven superior penetration by design. And I will say, in the ballistics gel, we've only had a couple broadheads penetrate all the way through the 16 inches of 20% gel. Both of them are Afflictors. We did have broadheads pass through the 10%, but Afflictors were the only ones that made it through the 20%. So the penetration's insane. On top of that, you got super strong 32 thou steel blades, fail-safe, rear deploying pivot blade design, field tip accurate. Let's break one of these out, and we'll see how it looks. Oh, right there. That's the two-piece in this cream soda right there. Okay, so I'll keep it here. Just tell me if it gets blurry. Okay, so this is how it would be sitting on your arrow until it's time to take a deer's life. You can see right here you have this, wow, that's thick. You have Afflictor, their front cutting point is always stupid thick. I mean, there's nothing that's going to stop that. And then you can see here, these are the drive keys. They will actually give you a 1/2 inch bleeder, if you will. But the blades, if I move this O-ring down, as this broadhead hits, this will push down, which is called the drive key. And you can see right there, you have inch and a half cut. You have one stout lead, and then you have the blades that kick out, plus the 1/2 inch bleeder blades, they call it. I'm not so concerned with the bleeder blades. I just think this thing right here looks like yet another Afflictor broadhead that's going to be absolutely mean and have insane penetration. And then to bring this back in, all you have to do is just put that O-ring back up, push that drive key up, and then you're good to go. Okay, so you may or may not have seen my unboxing video, but I had a custom order from Black Ovis. These are the new Gold Tip Force FOC. This is a 250 spine, 9.8 grains per inch. These arrows are designed around high FOC. Now the cool part is, when you order them, okay, so you can see the difference here. This has a 100 grain brass insert. This is a 12.1 grain aluminum insert. You get a dozen when you order a dozen, so you can customize this arrow for speed or extra FOC. All comes when you order this. It's a really cool feature. So what we're going to do now is I got a scale here. And then this thing is key when you're trying to weigh arrows. This thing is absolutely key. So we'll tear that out. Okay, so I'm going to do this holding this. I'm already teared, as you can see. Now this arrow with the high FOC build, it's coming in at 536 grains. The wind's kind of tinkering with it a little bit, but now this one with the low FOC, this is just, as you can tell, how I have to hold the arrow. So you can see on that camera that the difference in FOC. This is running at 448 grains. So once again, 448 on the lighter, and then 536 on the heavier. All right, so what we got, let me turn off the lights here. What we got is the lab radar. I'm gonna get this set, what we're shooting. So we're shooting the heavy one first, because you have to set this to get the speed. and it was sitting at 536 with the broadhead. And I will say this, all three of the broadheads weighed in at 130, sorry. So all three of them are 5 grains heavy, but they're all exactly the same. So I don't care that it's heavier. I just like the fact that all three are the exact same. That's fine with me. So it will be 5 grains heavier than this arrow right here, just so people know. So what we got is the Gold Tip Force FOC 250 grain, 9.8 grains per inch. This is a 28-inch arrow. I always cut it an inch long. Weighs 536 with the broadhead. So here we go. We're going to set this up. The bow is my Matthews Triax with the wake limbs, so it's 83 pound draw. I need new strings, so it's probably sitting around 78 to 80 pound draw, somewhere in there. After this season, I'm going to have to get a string job on this, but I might have a new bow by then, and it ain't going to be a Matthews. If you can guess what it is in the comments below, maybe we'll give away. Moose, you know what it is. So here we go. This bow right here, 27-inch draw. 27-inch draw. 80, I'm going to say it's probably 80 pounds draw right now. It peaks at 83, but the strings are pretty worn in. It'll be the last year with them. So we'll see how fast it shoots this 536 grain arrow into that target at 20 yards. Say what? Does that say 298?
That's what that.
Let's do that again. I'll double check the settings, but I'm pretty sure I just changed it. We'll, like I said, we'd rather be sure. We'll shoot 2 with each. We're still learning this thing, but okay. So here we go. Arm this again. Get a secondary shot. May shoot 3 because we want to know exactly what we're dealing with for this test. So here we go. That's right.
274.
Yeah, that's where it should be. Okay, so we'll arm it again. Let's just one more arrow. Yeah. So 274, 271 on that one. We'll just cut the difference and say 272 and a half. We're gonna call it 272 and a half. Okay, so now we got to set this again and change this to the new weight, which is 438, because this lab radar uses the radar and the weight has to be accurate. I'm curious how fast this will be. I can't shoot any lower than this. Like 420 is like the lowest this bow can shoot without blowing it up into my hand. So this is close. We're living in the danger zone. You on the lab radar?
I will be here in just a second.
You already know the bow. You already know the draw, you already know the weight, you already know the string problems. Let's get after it. Baby weight. It's a zipper. 298. I'm already back and I'm already over. I'm sending this one to the moon. Just kidding.
You're blocking it.
280. I gotta redo it. Okay, here we go. Same spot, same everything. $293. So 293 to 298.
What are you gonna split that difference at? 294 and a half or 295?
294 and a half. We're going a half. Moose is gonna text it to me, but the first one was 272 and a half for the heavy is what we're gonna go with, and then 294 and a half for the light. So now it's time to get the gel out. We'll shoot each of these and see what happens. Let's get to it. All right, so here we go. We shot the lab radar. We know, once again, we got the speed arrow, just a 12.1, a standard arrow. Went over the weights already, not gonna say it again. We got the archery block, 20% gel down there. We got my camera on it. Hopefully this hits dead true because the archery block is tall, not wide. as I'm not zeroed to this arrow at all. So here we go. But this is going 294.5 feet per second. So we got the Afflictor hybrid mini. This might be a broadhead I shoot this year, I'm not sure. So I'd like to try to kill one with it, but here we go. 20 yards in that ballistics gel.
I'm good.
Good?
Yep.
That was dead money. Right in front of the camera, say cheese, mother. Now we have the high FOC variant of this arrow. This is traveling at 272.5 feet per second, 22 feet per second slower, but it has more weight up front. So will this be different in the gel? That one shot low left.
What did it do? Skip off the side of the gel?
Yeah.
I was watching the camera. It's hard to tell when you're in the camera.
Yeah, it shot low left. I knew one of those shot low left. I could not remember which one. It was the 100 grain. But the cool thing about these Afflictors is that went deep in the dirt. I didn't even phase it. Now I'm going to blow this one out. I'm not going to shoot it in the gel just because I don't want to clean all that out of the gel block. But it works completely fine. So they're tough broadheads, but we got a new one on there. Perfect. Couldn't have put it any closer. That scared me a little bit. All right, so we're good. This is why I ordered a target to put behind it, but I haven't got it yet. Ordered it August 11th. Let's go down and check it out. All right, so we shot both. Now I'm going to say this right at the beginning. In ballistics gel, the FOC is not going to make that much of a difference, okay? Do you want me to kneel so it's a little bit more appealing?
You can.
It's not going to make that much of a difference in ballistics gel, as this is 20% gel. This block weighs like 38 pounds. This is certified throughout, so it is as accurate as we can be with gel. It's not animal testing, it's not in hogs, it's not like, I know Ranch Fairy hates gel, but with common sense, gel is a really good test medium. It's just FOC, his whole ordeal, I believe 100% in it. Higher FOC, 100%. But in gel, you're not going to see it that much, so it is a touch deceiving. So we can see right here, the top arrow is the lighter speed arrow, and the bottom arrow, which did get a little bit further, is a higher FOC. Now in gel, it's not going to be the same. In a whitetail, I will take this bottom arrow all day long. You get further penetration, and it is a lot slower, 22 feet per second slower, but still did better in 20% gel. So that just shows you, in a whitetail, this lower arrow with the higher FOC, if that deer turns or does anything, we all know deer do that, you're going to be okay. You'll have that support with a strong broadhead, durable broadhead, higher FOC. You'll punch through in a plan B situation. Now, I got to say, these little minis, for being minis, they got a hell of a cut to them. Now, if I can...
Yes, wait. Try tipping it up. No, like lean it towards me. No, the other way. Yeah, like that.
Can you see it good?
Yeah, that shows the best view of it, because on
Okay.
top it's too cloudy.
So you can see, we got to find a way to remelt this block. It's a little too big for my remelting.
I think you'll see it better too once the arrows get...
Yes. But you can see it gives you a beautiful 1.5 cut. Really good penetration in this as well. I mean, this is really dense stuff. To get this deep, this is extremely good penetration. I mean, getting this deep in 20% ballistic gel, both of these pass through on a whitetail. Now, I will say, the front cut, tell me when it's focused.
Okay, you're good.
The front cut is a gash. I mean, that punched a hole in that gel. I mean, that is insanely impressive. This gel is so dense, and to put a hole like that, oh, golly. You want a blood trail? My man, that little mini is going to give you a blood trail. Plus, with that head on there, that front, let me pull these out. Oh yeah. Oh, she's beautiful. She looks like brand new.
That's going to be mean on a doe.
I want to kill a deer with this. I think I'm going to. Golly. That's a savage wound channel for a broadhead that claims to be a mini. So you can see that wound channel is ferocious. I mean, that is 1.5 inches of just death. Those broadheads right there, I've been wanting to shoot them. I wanted to get to them last year because I think I'm going to kill a doe opening day with it. That's my plan. Or actually, sorry, day 2 because Moose has opening day. But that is a savage wound channel, and to see a gash like that for an entrance wound, whoo, man. I mean, that is mean on them. Now you can see it's kind of closing back up, but these Gold Tip Force FOC, I had these from Black Ovis, a custom order. I had them do 6 with the 100 grain, 6 with the 12.1, so we can get a really good test, every broadhead test with it. Now in Ballistics gel, you won't see the difference of this high FOC platform, as this has 225 grains up front. This has 147. Yeah, 147. This has 147 grains up front. This has 227. So you can see in a whitetail, this is going to have your back a lot more. But if you did want to just stick with your speed, this broadhead with that tip is going to have your back too. I mean, these Afflictors are tough broadheads. You can see the holes they put in them in Ballistics gel. I cannot wait to shoot a deer with this. This is one that I have to shoot a deer with. I have to. I wanted to last year. I couldn't get my hands on them. Now we have them. There's another mini broadhead they have too. It's the K2, which if you guys have watched our broadhead test, that K2 fix is freaking mean. It's one of the only broadheads that made it through 16 inches of 20% gel. That's insane. But guys, if you're loving the broadhead test, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new, drop your comments below, let us know what setup you're going to do. Do you believe in high FOC? Do you care? Do you rather have speed? As you can see here, in this test, in 20% gel, which you don't really see the benefits of the FOC, the slower, heavier FOC arrow went further than the faster arrow with lower FOC. So it made a difference even in 20%. In a whitetail, it'll just be even more. Just, it's worth it, I'm telling you. But guys, as always, if you want to support the channel and are honest, no bullshit, performance talks, the rest walks testing, links to our Patreon and YouTube memberships are down below. Also, I will link these broadheads if you want to check them out. I'll put a link down below as well. But we got a lot more broadheads to shoot today. We are getting busy. We're going to have like 12 videos filmed today. Most of them are broadheads. For everyone that was waiting, it's time. So let's go shoot some more broadheads, put some more holes in this gel. Jake Sleesman, Blue Collar Outdoors. Hope you guys are having a good day. Catch you on the next one.